Hello everybody, good evening and welcome to Saudi Arabia. We're in Jeddah and it's the FIBA Asia Cup battle between Australia and Lebanon. And once again, Lebanon showing up with a ton of fans, not surprisingly. Korea winning earlier today against Qatar. Iran in a thriller over Japan. And we'll wrap things up tonight with Syria going up against Guam. Here are the standings. In Group A, Korea up at the top after their win today, but Australia will leapfrog them if they win, or Lebanon will leapfrog them if they win tonight to go to 2-0. Qatar down at 0-2 and in a desperate situation. Well, hello everybody again. I'm Jeff Taylor, joined by Andrew Gaze, and there's not going to be any shortage of noise tonight, Andrew, with so many Cedar fans here.
Yeah, I had the privilege of being at the game the other day when they played Qatar, and it was a fun environment to play in. These Lebanon fans really get behind their team, and they're going to be up against it this evening, playing against the tournament favourites, the Australian national team that's stacked with stars, in particular a couple of Olympians on their team in Will Magnay and Jack McVeigh, and a host of players that have also represented Australia at World Championships. And it's going to be a real challenge for Lebanon, but they've got enough talent on their roster. Now, they don't have their main man, Wael Arakji, who was MVP.
At least not yet.
Not yet. They've only got 11 on the roster, so they still do have a space for him. And he was a superstar in the last edition of the Asia Cup.
Yeah, he was the MVP.
Yeah, and they miss him. He's that leadership. He's a superstar of Lebanon basketball, but they still have enough talent across the board to compete. They share it around. They had 5 guys in double figures in that win against Qatar, so they've got a lot of talent. They can stretch the floor, and I'm looking forward to this one. It's going to be a genuine test for the Australian team.
This is why you love to play the game. If you're Lebanese, if you're Australian, you want to play in front of this type of crowd here in Jeddah. Australia, an absolute powerhouse at this FIBA Asia Cup, the way they started with their game against Korea. And another traditional heavyweight before the change in the system of competition when Australia and New Zealand joined Lebanon. Obviously now Australia, the real powerhouse, having won the title in 2017 and the last edition as well. Now the teams on the court for the national anthems.
Let's remain standing now, the national anthem of Lebanon.
Andrew, this kind of brings back memories of Beirut in 2017. There is, you know, this Lebanese national team, basketball is just #1 in that country, and you see it, you feel it every time the national team plays.
Absolutely, and for many years they've been highly competitive. They've been runner-up at this tournament four times, and most recently in Indonesia in 2022. And it's not just about the players that are here. The whole basketball program in Lebanon is growing. If we take a look at the referees.
Yep, Ahmed Al-Shuaili from Iraq, Glenn Cornelio from Philippines, and Abdullah Al-Hajali here, Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, and I've had a chat to some of the Australian players, and they're excited to be playing. They played a couple of days ago, have a day off, but like most basketball players, they prefer to be playing than training.
They want to play every single day.
That's for sure, and it's exciting prospects, real athletic team that Adam Caporn's been able to put together.
Australia starting 5 tonight. Owen, Stephen Foxwell, Jalen Galloway, Xavier Cooks, Jack McVeigh, and Will Magnay. Wessel, Smith, Dash Daniels, Hickey, Bannon, White, and Henshaw coming off the bench for Coach Adam Caporn, who had a nice game the other day as the head coach.
Well, if you're looking for an area where they probably don't have the depth, is it that point guard responsibilities? Owen Foxwell is going to carry the load a lot of times, but we saw Adam Caporn experiment, there he is on your screen, experiment with a couple of different options, and it's fair to say that the first impressions weren't all that great. He had Ben Henschel run the points for just 1 or 2 plays.
He had William Hickey
and
a little bit.
But Henschel is one that I think is just so versatile. Young guy, just recently signed back with the Perth Wildcats, where he's been for a couple of seasons. So it's not just about this tournament for a lot of these teams. It's about developing for World Cups and future prospects as well.
See the flag, the Lebanese flag, which has the cedar tree on it. That's why they're known as the Cedars. Starting 5 for Lebanon will be Omar Jamel Adin, Sergio El Derich, Dedrick Lawson, Haik Jokshan, Ali Mazir, Amir Saud, Kareem Zanoun, Mansour Arakchi, not here, Hayat Hadidian, and Haidar for Coach Perisic, Miodrag Perisic.
They stepped up in the big moments against Qatar, knocked down some huge buckets. In particular, it was Zanoun who was big in the crutch, and Saud.
Need to come help your teammates, come help. Go stairs, takes the post. And everyone is super aggressive. We're winding the ear over here. Ball pressure over here. Here we go. First play. Yes, gotta get those picks.
So effectively, Australia want to play. They want to play more games, but they don't want to play more games if it means playing the qualification for the quarterfinals.
No, that's for sure. And what they did show is that they like to really push the pace. And they've got a real get 2 feet in the paint mentality. And some nice sets that they can go to. And Jack McVeigh, he's a baller, but he can beat you in so many different ways. He can hit it from the perimeter. He can get to the rim.
He took over against Korea.
We hit some big shots at big moments, and he coming off a season with the Houston Rockets, where he's played 9 games in the NBA, and most of the time with their G League team, but got a taste of NBA experience.
He was definitely one of Australia's best players at the Olympics, I thought.
Yeah, he was. And surprisingly, a lot of people weren't so sure whether he was actually going to make the team.
Yeah.
But it was a good thing Brian Goorjian selected him. He did really well.
Good evening from Jeddah. We're underway. Australia taking on Lebanon. Battle of 1-0 teams. Jack McVeigh missing with the first shot for Australia.
We led the scoring against Korea with the 20 points, so Adam from Cape Horn. Draws up a play to try and get him going early.
Eldarich. Met at the rim by Cooks. Cooks going to take it all the way. No, he's going to get it out to Galloway in the right corner. That's the shortest three, and that is 3 points.
It is, and he's not going to be more wide open throughout the entire tournament. There was no one within a couple of meters, and that's because they're playing 5-on-4. Down the other end.
Already bloodied up on the drive, Eldarich. So he's going to go out and get some treatment. Only have 10 players tonight. So we're going to see the immediate introduction for Lebanon of Yusuf Hyatt.
Well, you said Hyatt, he had a very good game against Qatar as well. He's another youngster, emerging player for Lebanon. He's played the last last 3 seasons in the United States, played 2 seasons with Michigan Wolverines, a big program in the United States, and also transferred to Bowling Green, but he only played 6 games last season because he was injured. And there's that kick out. Now that shot's very easy when you're playing 5-on-4.
You always wince when you say Michigan Wolverines.
Yeah,
I don't know why, but you do.
1989. So one of the things, it's one of those memories that I'll never ever forget.
You'll take it to your grave. Andrew played for Seton Hall, if you're just listening, against Michigan in the NCAA final. And that was Heartbreak City, right at the end. Lebanon. Now looking, hopefully Eldarich is going to come back sooner rather than later. Lawson, Ali Mazir into the corner, Jamal Adine. Lawson, turn around, nice soft touch. Count it.
Yeah, he's a prime mover for Lebanon. Good around that elbow.
Cooks gets right down the lane. Dipsy-doo, how do you do?
Well, that's what he does. He's elite, world class at being able to put it to the floor. Think about Xavier Cooks also. He's so versatile on the defensive end. You see him right now, he's guarding guards, he can guard bigs.
A pretty good defense to Galloway. A little unlucky to be called for a foul on that. Got ball.
Yeah, that's a little soft compared to what we've been seeing throughout this tournament. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's been a physical FIBA Asia Cup. Jamal Adine. Al-Majir looks at the clock and realizes he has to get it up. Not a good offense for Lebanon. McVeigh doesn't hesitate. Missed a couple. I seem to remember he was slow starting in the first game and then took off. Here's Lawson. Oh my goodness. Boom. Charge. Magnay taking the punishment for the team.
You mentioned the good defense before. That's a big fella sliding the feet. Have a look at the...
Oh!
That's just outstanding defense by Will Magnay.
What sport are we playing here? Lawson and Magnay having a conversation. Cooks. Galloway.
Look out.
Gonna drive in for the two-handed jam. A little bit angry.
He's athletic. There's no doubt about that.
Hyatt for 3. That's short. Now Foxwell. Cooks again. Good ball movement. And Foxwell for 3. And timeout Lebanon as Australia catch fire early. A lot to like. Here's, again, Foxwell.
Well, it all starts with the penetration. Xavier Cooks, the kick out. And have a look at Galloway. Goes up, stuffs it in. with the two hands. He is an elite athlete. But if it's not the penetration, it's the kick out and the rotations. We've seen a couple of wide open threes. I mean, wide open. There's not, sometimes the defense is late. That last one by Foxwell was, there wasn't anyone within a couple of meters.
For the price, so that we don't get one foul. We don't get foul. Come on. I did Solman. Hey, in the defense zone, we go zone now.
No 3 points.
Zone, switch everything, no 3 points. Don't open the, no open shot. In the no open. Hey, in the open is 5. Put the ball, Dedrick. Let's go. Don't call nothing, just play 5. Don't call nothing.
We talks about no open shots, but the problem he's got is that if it's no open shots, you're going to get an action like Galloway because there's too much penetration. What they got to do is they got to try and keep them on the perimeter, move their feet, and not rely on so much help because the unselfish nature of the Australian team, they're kicking it out for wide open shots.
Australia picking up full court. Jamaluddin. Jokchan has it taken away by Galloway.
Here we go.
Just races ahead. And, well,
could be an unsportsmanlike coming from behind, throwing your arms around like that. Good defense by Galloway. That's the type of ball pressure Lebanon need to try to use. And that, to me, is an unsportsmanlike.
Yeah, because he didn't come close to getting the ball.
Just reached at him. That could be dangerous.
Oh,
and
they have called an unsportsmanlike.
They've upgraded it, which is fair enough.
Yeah. Well, I think, in fairness to Jokchan, his coach just told him, I don't see any fouls.
Well, I don't think
there. But yeah, he didn't mean to foul, commit unsportsmanlike, obviously.
And he didn't mean those types of fouls. I think it was more relating to on the drives. If you're getting beat, listen, we didn't have any team. We had no fouls at that stage. Just reach out and maybe burn a couple of fouls to try and stop the penetration. Not that he wants that, but if you're getting beat on the drives, and right now, alarm bells are ringing on the Lebanon bench because they're having all sorts of problems at both ends of the floor.
Well, they need to get Haidar involved. Here is another three-pointer. Foxwell, my goodness.
3 of 5 already to start this one off for Australia from the three-point line. They're in a zone and those shots are going to be on.
Lawson. Hyatt fouled as he goes up.
And this has been a feature of the Australian team. Even in that first game against Korea, they shot it at 58% from the three-point line. And here, on track again, they're at 60%. And it's just the quality of three ball they're getting. This is a man on here shooting some free throws that they need to try and find to get him going. He's a good athlete, can run the floor, and maybe make a target of him.
Average age of this Lebanon team, 29.3 years of age. Compare that to Australia at 24.1. And Hyatt, one of the younger players. McNay!
Trying to extend your defense against this Australian team. That's the penalty you pay because they're so skilled at getting it over the top of the defense. They get a numerical advantage, and dunks like that are going to be commonplace.
On shot from Lawson. Foxwell. Galloway open again. They are on a roll.
This has gotten
ugly fast.
Well, they've certainly dug themselves a huge hole, and this has been an aggressive start by Australia, and like everything, game looks so easy when the ball's going through the hole.
Oh boy, Magne just swats Haidar out of bounds.
Well, here we go. Here we go with that combination where we look at Will Hickey is going to be the point guard as Foxwell takes a rest. He usually plays off the ball. Very good in transition. He can handle the ball, but as far as running a team,
Hyatt on the baseline.
that's what we're talking about.
Jack White in, Hickey, and Wessels, center for Australia. Here's Wessels. Wessels, he shows great strength by holding on to it and going in for the layup. His hands up on all defense for Australia.
What this start has also done, it's just taken a little bit of the enthusiasm from the packed Lebanon fans. The drums are banging, they're clapping, but not quite as vocal as they were at the start of the game or even during the warm-ups.
Rain Smith has just checked in as well for Australia.
Lefty can shoot it.
Ali Mansour into the game. Ali Mansour goes out. Got to get it up. Boy, every shot taken is tough. Jack White.
What about?
And Hyatt called for the foul mid-court.
We saw on display, what about the rebound by Jack White? I mean, he was well above the rim, snatches it, puts on the Jets, and gets down the floor.
Tell you what, that was, White was so fast. He almost turned that into an unsportsmanlike.
Played with Melbourne United in Australia last season, but postseason he went and played in Germany.
Yeah, played for Bayern.
Yep, got the win, won a championship.
As you do.
He's going back there. Spoke to him before the game. He's looking forward to it. He loved it there.
What to like about Bavaria. Great basketball country. Obviously, the World Cup winners, Germany. Great league. The easy credit basketball Bundesliga. Great arenas all over the country. Big towns, small towns, and right now it's Australia is just lowering the boom. Wide open McVeigh, another three, putting on a clinic. We might have a record score for a first quarter at a FIBA Asia Cup. They've already got 25 points and still 4:20 remaining.
And they're 5 of 7 from threes.
Ali Haidar gets it to Lawson. Lawson in a little bit of a rush.
The whole team's in a rush. Lebanon.
White. So finally, heat check for Australia. Hyatt a long way out. McVeigh again. Another miss, but Hickey with the board, then he loses it out of bounds. So it's quite an accomplishment. Two possessions where Australia haven't scored.
But I think your comment about being rushed is what Australia has done to Lebanon right now. Their defensive pressure is all-consuming. And this is where I think the Australian team, they're susceptible to a back cut. When there's the defense so extended, just run a set to a back cut.
Back door, back cut. Yep.
Try and get something cheap and try to stop the bleeding.
Just make the good pass so those long arms of Australia don't get to the ball. They have been active on defense. And Shaw guarding. Out on the perimeter. Mansour gets it up. Nice shot. But it's a mountain to climb for Lebanon. Trailing by 17 points. Another miss. Lawson rebounds up to Hyatt. Three-pointer. Zanoon not able to get it to go. Now a chance to go quickly for Australia. Rain Smith back to White. And beautiful finish for White.
They're running in waves, the Australian team. There's a rare shot inside the paint.
Nice drive. Ali Mansour, his second bucket. Hickey. Ali Mansour again. Hyatt, top of the key. Mansour with the rebound. And fouled by Henshaw.
Australia have had 16 field goal attempts. 11 of them have come from the three-point line. So they're letting it fly. Josh Bannon coming in to see some action. Now, Josh Bannon's an interesting one. Just recently signed with the Tasmanian Jack Jumpers, but he's only here because Sean McDonald, they had a pre-tournament game against Colorado, and Sean McDonald was originally in the team. And he, unfortunately, in that game, did his ACL. He's going to be out for some time. So that opened up an opportunity for Josh Bannon, who was part of the squad.
We hope Sean recovers okay.
You remember him. We commentated him at the Intercontinental Cup last season, and he actually got hurt there as well. We did his ankle.
Yeah. He's had some bad luck. Here's Mansour trying to bring Lebanon within striking distance.
Well, here's Dash Daniels seeing some early minutes because Ben Henshaw just picked up his second personal foul. So Adam Capehorn taking a conservative approach with Henshaw.
Well, Dash got to play in the fourth quarter in the opening game. Every basket, every point cheered for Lebanon as they try to claw this deficit back. Bannon has it taken away. Kareem Zanoon gets it up to Ali Mansour. Oh boy, Mansour passes back to Cooks. Everybody hustled back for Australia. Rain Smith. Oh. Bannon for the rebound. And the foul on Ali Mansour.
Yeah, just caught his legs when Bannon was going up. Rain Smith. Soft foul. There it is, the elbow.
Yeah.
Just into his butt. Can't do that.
Yeah, good call by the ref. Here's Bannon. I like his little pregame. Even when he's not starting, he does like a sprint across the court and back before he gives the high fives to the Boomers. 29-12. Haidar. Jokshan. Short. And Cooks goes down. And the Iraqi referee tells Ali Haidar to bring it down a little bit. It's understandable for Lebanon to be a little overexcited right now because they're really getting beat badly.
What they're doing is getting bullied. They're getting bullied by the Australian team, and they're trying to match that down the other end, but they don't have the same athleticism, and it just looks a bit brutalish the way that they're trying to bully Australia back.
White gets some treatment on the sidelines.
This is not an area where Xavier Cooks is all that comfortable. He's had, right throughout his entire career, he's had problems from the free throw line.
Oh, boy, Lebanon comes in and gets the rebound. Nobody boxes out. And Mansour picks up the basketball. Dash Daniels reaching out and grabbing the shirt. Mansour says, what about that foul? Haidar. Now the pass up the floor to Daniels. And he's fouled.
Oh. I like the idea, though, of what Lebanon did, try to go inside. This is a smaller Australian lineup when you don't have Vessels out there, or you don't have Magnay. You've got Josh Bannon basically playing as a 5-man. It's genuine positionless basketball with this Australian team. The concept of just having a big and a point guard, we've seen a whole bunch of combinations. Everyone's got the license to bring it down the floor, attack the rim, and it's can lead to what some of us older blokes think is a little funky with the lineups, but it's effective.
Positionless basketball?
That's exactly what it is, and certainly still some fundamentals that you still need to have. And Daniels, Smith right now would be what traditionally you'd call the point guard, but they're small out there.
Jock Chan gets it down low to Haidar, and he's fouled. So free throws for Ali Haidar.
Adam Caporn makes a sub for offensive purposes, brings in Jack McVeigh back into the lineup, takes Josh Bannon out with only 32 seconds remaining, just wanting to get a little more firepower out on the floor for potentially their last offensive possession.
Second one was good for Haidar. Hickey, Daniels, short. And Haidar is fouled.
More subs coming in, this time for the last 3.9 seconds. Dash Daniels and Jack White check out. Xavier Cooks and Galloway come back in.
3.9 seconds left in the first quarter. 31-14. Another missed free throw. Oh, good read. Zainoun, I don't think he got it off in time. Well, it has been one-way traffic. Lebanon, a little bit of stirring over there, but Australia on top 31-14 at the end of one.
Yeah, it's been an impressive start, certainly the first 5 minutes for the Australian team. They came out white hot. They did cool off ever so slightly. At one stage, they were 5 of 7, and now they're 5 of 13 from the three-point line, so they've missed their last 6, but they're still shooting it at 55%. Lebanon, all sorts of problems. Only 24%. They're 4 of 17. They've got to the line 8 times, and it was a shell-shocked Lebanon, just aggressive. Lawson with an early bucket.
Australia just played at different speed.
Well, they did, and intensity. A lot of ball
From the
pressure.
beginning. I mean, it's like, you know, you get hit with a flurry of punches from them.
Yeah, and it's the penetration then kick out that really hurt Lebanon. and their inability to contain the ball, put some pressure on the drives. Ricky Daniels, who's Dyson Daniels' father, is actually, and Dash Daniels, of course, he's actually in a shooting contest in the quarter-time break.
Ali Mansour came in and helped a little bit with a sense of urgency for Lebanon.
And he got the win.
So, hey, scan in the barcode or the QR code and get Courtside 1891 in your smartphone. Allows you to see live streaming and keeps you up to date on everything in international basketball.
Well, Ricky Daniels had a Boomers jersey on, and they had a Lebanon competitor. Do they know that he's a former pro? Coming out, if you're just a fan.
Maybe it's not fair.
He got the win.
He played in Australia.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Pretty sure they didn't know. Here's Mansour driving in. Boy, great take. Gets the contact. Ali Mansour has been chirping to the refs like, hey, come on, give us a call. Now he's pointing to his arm. We need to get some free throws. Hey, look at that. Here's Mansour.
Quick.
Outside to Zainoun. Drifts in. Foxwell in there. He's got it now.
Oh, Cooks
fouled as he goes up.
What about the way he split the double coming down the floor? That's a guy that good size and the ball handling skills. Lawson with the foul. 0 of 2 in his last attempt at the free throw line.
Cooks is not to be forgotten. Kind of raised eyebrows when he wasn't selected for Australia to play in Paris.
No,
but he's still got time on his side. 29 years of age. See him in Paris, in LA, perhaps. Also before that, the World Cup, FIBA Basketball World Cup, which will be in Qatar, 2027. Zainoun trying to make a pass. He's not gonna complete that one. Foxwell and Lawson came over, went up. Vertical wall. Nice bounce pass. Hyatt got it.
Nice, the future, isn't he, with Lebanon? This zone defense that they're playing, a 1-2-2, it's just causing Australia a few problems. Had a few turnovers. Slowed him down ever so slightly.
Galloway going back to the free throw line. Well, they've got it back to a 14-point deficit. Now could go back to 16 after this. Well, that's...
Well, the problem with that is just with Lawson, that's his third personal foul. I think they're going to review it. Lebanon, oh no.
Well, they're going to they're going to take him out.
I think you have to at this stage of the game.
They're going to bring in Hadidian. They'll let him get down and play offense. So Lawson takes a seat, Hadidian comes in. Oh, nice drive. He's got some game. Hyatt Timeout, Australia, as Lebanon start to have some success at this end of the court.
And Hyatt's really given Lebanon a spark. The penetration's been the key. The mid-range as well, the pull-up mid-range and get to the rim. He's been impressive and given Lebanon some enthusiasm. Got their fans up and about as well.
It's a passing play, French. Stay inside. Galloway. Rub, French. Rub, short. Stay inside. Don't go.
Sounded like a bit of focus on the defensive end. Dean Beckerman, the associate head coach of the Boomers, coming in with just some reminders of their defensive responsibilities. And Dean's going to play a big role, the assistant coach, because Adam Caporn involved in the NBA. So all the World Cup qualifiers that Dean Beckerman will be at the helm for a big chunk of games.
That'll be exciting. Qualifiers, can't wait for those to start. Here's McVeigh.
Gee, that was way off.
Hadadian with the rebound. There's Hyatt up to Zainoun. Mansour. He's open. Whoop. Hadadian with the rebound. He gets it up, and Magne, goal interference. Goaltending, goal interference, whatever you want to call it. And Lebanon.
Yeah.
Didn't seem possible. They've closed the gap to 12 points.
And they're doing it, they're not shooting the ball well. They're only at 35%, but what they are doing is competing on the glass.
Australia's three-point shooting has dropped now to 5 of 14.
Yeah.
After that last miss from McVeigh.
Well, they missed their last 7. They were 5 of 7.
Yeah,
early
you live
on.
by it, you die by it. Or you live by it and you lose the lead by it. You haven't died by it yet, but anyway.
They still got a 12-point buffer. It just seems a lot more with the momentum now with Lebanon and just the response from the fans.
Yeah, you almost owe it if you're Lebanese to just die on this court tonight for these fans. Here's Rain Smith. There you go. That's what they needed. Australia back on track. Go back to a 15-point lead. Hyatt. Oh. Steps and Grow. Boy, Mansour gets in, steals the pass from Magne. He is stealth, isn't he?
Yeah. And Magne with Australia's desire to play so quick, just with a sloppy turnover on the outlet pass.
Back to a 13-point lead for Australia. Hickey back to McVeigh. Magne. Galloway steps in. Rain Smith again, and raining three-pointers.
Galloway with a nice decision. Just knew that Smith had hit one, and plus they're reluctant to take a mid-range jump shot.
Zainoun, no. Cutter from Hyatt, and he fires and throws it down. They're finding some rhythm on offense. Here's Hickey, hands it off to Galloway.
Excellent weak side cut by Galloway on the penetration. Nice drop-off pass by Hickey.
Mansour. Jokchan, the missing link in this offense. He hasn't done anything yet. Oh, nice bounce pass to Hyatt.
Putting on a show.
He is growing in confidence. Where's number 23? A lot of responsibility comes with that.
12 points now for Hyatt.
Hickey. Nice bounce
What
pass.
about that? Back-to-back sweet dimes by Davo Hickey. Will Hickey, shouldn't use his nickname.
Yeah, where does Davo come from again?
I'm not sure. That's how we call him back. That's what we call him back home in Australia.
It's perplexing.
I'm sure there is a story behind it. I just don't know it.
Well, we're going to see him for the rest of the week, so I'm guessing we can get to the bottom of this.
We'll get to that for sure.
Makes both free throws, McVeigh, which might not be a good thing as he starts to see the ball go through the hoop. Timeout on the court.
Defense is super. Now you can million times extend follow your man. 3 times it's backdoor. And the last 2 seconds. But come on. First time Karim. After that cheer after. But come on, 3 times guys.
Ovo je jednu peticu da ih razvučeš, nisu ni.
Chino. All right.
Well, 0 for 7 from deep are Lebanon. And Australia, after those 2 Rain Smith makes, are now 7 of 16.
Well, I do know why they call him Davo as his nickname, and it's we should have known because it's actually his middle name.
Oh, okay.
That was easier than we thought.
Yeah, a lot easier.
Oh, offensive foul.
Just out of control in a game. Will Magnay, right place, right time.
Jok Chan. So he's going to go out of the game.
It's his second.
Remember, these are the 2 teams that met in the final at the last FIBA Asia Cup in Jakarta. And it was a great game. Australia did miss a lot of free throws to help Lebanon in that game, but here's Rain Smith. Heat check for him. And Haidar fouled. Mike Kelly was the coach of that team, did a great job.
And I tell you what, when you think of this team, to have players like Jack McVeigh, like I said at the start, he's coming back from the NBA, back into the NBL, not just back into the NBL, but he's going to be playing with the Cairns Taipans. And one of his teammates is going to be Rain Smith. So,
Chance for them to get to know each other.
well, a chance for them to improve the Taipans. They've had a tough time of the last couple of seasons, and they've been...
I could think of worse players that you could sign.
Yeah, that's for sure. And Smith, who just a relative youngster coming out of University of Louisville last season, just played the 1 season there. It's some...
Before that at College of Charleston, right?
Yes.
The Cougars. Cardinals had a good bounce back year last season. Well, Haidar keeps going 1 of 2 at the line. That's the 3rd time he's done that. Rain Smith again. I mean, he is, Cairns Taipans fans are excited from what they've seen tonight.
Yeah.
47-29.
I'm not sure about this zone defense that Lebanon are playing. It had an impact, got them back into it, but Australia have settled back down now. So
Ali Mansour misses, but there's Hadidian for the offensive rebound and putback, doing what he does well. Rain Smith again, heat check, nope. Yes, long rebound by Henshaw. Oh, and look at that, Hadidian. Oh, they're going to call the foul. I think we might have a technical. Yeah, Ahmed Al-Shawali is teed up the coach. I think the Saudi Arabian referee was going to let it go, but the Iraqi referee, Al-Shawali, saw that he had come way too far out of his past the line and teed him up.
Well, there was definitely contact, whether or not.
Yeah, I mean, I think there was.
Ryan Smith might have just put a few condiments on it just to make sure the officials were aware that there was contact. Oh, he missed it.
Explain to me, Andrew, how a great three-point shooter misses free throws.
Well, free throw shooting is like putting in golf. And Smith is going to go back because they're in the bonus. Now, did Lebanon actually have, I guess they didn't. Could have been team control, but he gets two, but it's all between the ears.
Yeah.
It's you're there, you're by yourself, it's you and the rim.
Did you ever have a struggle at the line like in your
you go
career?
through periods.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and it's just that little thing on your shoulder that's talking to you, and you look up and that rim just looks like a thimble sometimes, and you just don't have the confidence. You almost feel more confident shooting a three ball with some defense on you than a free throw.
Maybe you have less time to think about it.
That's true.
Hyatt intercepted. Hickey. The lob for Jack White goes out of bounds. Haidar. And the blocking foul from Bannon.
It's an 18-point lead, but it just feels like the game's a bit closer than that. Bannon gets called for the block.
Yeah, Australia. Rain Smith just kind of just rebuilt the lead.
Yeah, 11 points. Back-to-back threes, a couple of free throws.
There's just so many players in this Australia team that on any given night can go off. Haidar 4 times has gone to the line and gone 1 of 2. Uh-oh, he's left open, and I guess he's got the green light.
Well, everyone seems to have the green light for Australia.
Jack White with the green light. He misses, but there's the putback. Not sure who that.
I think it was Hickey.
Hickey, okay. Hadidian drives in. Now the other way, Australia. Henshaw back to Rain Smith behind the arc. And it's going to be Haidar getting it up to Ali Mansour. Hyatt pulls up and knocks it down. 15 points for Yusuf Hyatt, and it's back to a 16.
And this is exceptional by Hyatt. He's got the full package, certainly on the offensive end. Gets to the rim, and I can't believe that. You look at the shot attempts, 22 three-point field goal attempts. They've had 33 shots, 22 of them for Australia have come from the three-point line.
That's incredible.
Down. Don't lock up back. This is all that stuff, all the margins. Don't get any nonsense. Deal with that. What a really good down here. We just have to guard it. Keep your heads down there. Flex it out, Sham. This is what we've done. Flex it. There you go. You're the 2, Benny. One. Okay, there you go. What's going on? Who's in here? Come on, Daddy. I'm running in here. This is your job.
Well, I just got a little bit more information too on the whole Davo Hickey thing, which we probably should have known. But Davo Hickey was named after his grandfather, Billy Davey Craigie and an Aboriginal Australian activist. And he's been called Davo since he was little.
All right.
So there is a bit of story behind it.
That is. Foxwell, Bannon with the rebound. He loses it. Jack White gets it. Ball just seems to find Australia hands.
It is. It's just too much talent out there. Options all over the place on the offensive end. Got a foul off the ball on Owen Foxwell. And with this athleticism, their ability to switch. Australia can switch, and that time Foxwell was on a bigger guy, but their rotations and the way in which they can protect the little guys if they do get post up, it's impressive to watch.
Mansour back out. Jameluddin. One second on the shot clock. No, they're going to reset that. No, 1.8 seconds.
What surprises me is that Hyatt's taking a rest. He's got 2 fouls. He's got 15 points. Only 2 minutes remaining in the half. They need his offense.
White hustles down. Oh, look how quick Foxwell is to the basketball. Pass to Wessels, and he's fouled.
They've gone back having a look at their man-to-man defense, and I think that's what they've got to stick with. Try and be a lot more aggressive with the ball pressure and have any influence on the ball. Because right now Australia's moving that thing all over the place, and need to get up and in. There's so much freedom of movement, and they're highly reactive, Lebanon, on the defensive end.
Al-Mazir comes back in. Al-Mansour goes out.
Vessels. He's another one that is currently in the United States, has been for quite some time, played 3 years at St Mary's. 5 points a game last season. Excellent free throw shooter. 82% for a big man.
Which is where Caporn went, right? St. Mary's?
Yeah, and he was a coach there for a little bit as well.
Al-Mazir, Ali Haidar. Just shooting not nearly as good for Lebanon. Galloway, huge.
I think it's going to be on Harry with the
Wessels,
blocks.
Yep.
Yeah.
20-point lead for Australia. You could probably field a whole team of Australians that went to St. Mary's, couldn't you?
Yeah, it's been a big part of Australia's development,
and then
that connection they've had. Paddy Mills is probably the most famous of the St. Mary's alumni.
Dellavedova.
Matty Dellavedova, right there with him, I guess. Apologies, Matty.
Jokshan. Jack McVeigh from the next county, missing. Jameluddin quickly to Jokshan. And good job. Good job getting back on D. McVeigh. Jokshan for 3. They're just really struggling from deep.
Oh.
And White falls, and Al-Mazir a little unlucky going for it. He's going to help Foxwell up. Some moisture on the court. Just kind of got tangled up with his feet. think. White.
Bill Hickey's coming in for Foxwell, but Foxwell's got to shoot the free throws first. Dash Daniels coming back on for his defense. 34 seconds remaining.
20-point lead for the Aussies.
Foxwell made a huge step up in his contribution at the NBL level last season with the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. Still a young man. And what we've seen in this tournament is that he's in for another big season.
Australia should get it back. Kareem Zaynoun gets in for the layup and he's fouled. That went about as well as it could. Hard-earned drive for Zaynoun.
And that'll just disappoint Adam Cape Horn because he brought Dash Daniels in for that purpose. And here we go. It's offense for defense substitutions. Smith, McVeigh, Cooks comes back in. Vessels, Hickey, and Daniels, who only had that one possession, those two guys, get back on the bench. With 18 seconds to go, you suspect, and Foxwell coming back in.
Yeah, I think Foxwell, yeah, because
Jack White checks out.
He wasn't supposed to go out? Okay, yeah, I got you.
It's, you expect that Australia can hold it for the last possession.
Lots of...
It's been a good second quarter for Lebanon. If you take out that first quarter, they're basically split. Australia have only winning the second quarter by 2, 25-23. So
it was just the hot start for Australia. I mean, Lebanon just can't get on track from deep. Melodine trying to stick with Cooks. Now the switch. Nice pass, give and go.
It's a good foul, believe it or not. Xavier Cooks.
Not a good free throw shooter.
Not a great free throw shooter. And Zaynoun with the foul. That's only his first. That's why I say it's a good one.
3.1 seconds left. Maybe Lebanon will be able to get a shot off at the end, although against this Australia defense, I doubt it. Takes his time. He's tired of listening to us.
And the thing about it, if you look at the technique, it's not bad.
Yeah, he makes both. Zaynoun gets it to Jokshan, puts it up from midcourt. And that is going to cap a frustrating first half for Lebanon. Australia in imperious fashion, especially in that first quarter, when they just could not miss and really just played at their pace. Australia lead at 58-38 over Lebanon at halftime.
What an explosive start it was for Australia. They were just shell-shocked at Lebanon when they came out. They just couldn't deal with the onslaught. And the field goal percentages, they started to taper a little bit for Australia. They only ended up shooting at 46% and 35% from the three-point line. But it was their inability, as you mentioned, for Lebanon to get really anything going from the three-point line. They were 1 of 11 and only 37% in total. But they've done a decent job on the boards. Australia started to get on top in that last 5 minutes of the second, but there were some really positive signs of what was going on in that second quarter for
Don't forget
Lebanon.
they also lost El Derwich early on to the play. No, as he walked off, I just realized he hadn't been back in.
So this guy,
I mean, you draw on the positives. You look at the play of Hyatt.
Yeah, he's been shining light, hasn't he?
Yeah, and Mansour. So, okay, I mean, it's Australia. They've got a 20-point lead, and they probably are the favorites to win this event, but you still got 20 minutes. You stabilize things in the second quarter.
Yeah, they stopped the bleeding, and what they did do is they give themselves a little bit of confidence going into their halftime break. Now, as long as they don't, looking at the scoreboard, you can really drop your head. But there was some real positive signs. I think they stuck in that zone defense way too long and just invited Australia to shoot it on the perimeter. But Hyatt is a class player. He's got a really bright future, currently playing at Bowling Green. You can understand why a big school like Michigan went after him. Never got to play too much at Michigan. And they might be rethinking their decision. Now, I know they've had some super talent, but he is certainly capable of playing at that level.
Let's don't forget how well Rain Smith played. If we can get a shot of him hitting a three, here you go. He came in and really kind of restored Australia hegemony when they were suddenly didn't go off the boil, but Lebanon came back. But we're at halftime. It's 58-38, Australia on top of Lebanon at halftime.
Education, health, justice. We sometimes take these simple things for granted. They're not common for all of us. We are all born on the same planet, but not with the same opportunities.
Whatever our gender, color, belief, or capability, we are one. We are all on the same team. Let's convince those who never thought they would do it that they can. We can. Together, we are stronger. No matter your origin, basketball can bring everyone together. Basketball for good.
This might be his first minutes in the contest.
I think he came on late.
Right.
Against Saudi Arabia. Oh my. There's absolutely nothing India can do to get stops against this China team. It's like everything they're putting up is going in.
Oh, hello.
Ahmed. Sensational play.
The spin move in traffic.
Newsom gets some space. Ball goes to Ramos in the corner. Puts up a very tough
massive shot by Ramos. Great D by King, but even better offense by Ramos. They needed that.
Gets it back to a 4-point deficit. Beautiful pass to Davidson. Skies for the dunk. Oh my. Brownlee again gets up and throws it down. That's getting the Filipino fans on their feet. Look at this. Sky high Brownlee for the dunk.
Chinese Taipei. Oh my! What a finish it is this time on the follow-up. Beautiful by Brandon Gilbert.
Zhao. And it goes, and Ho gets rejected. Great leap and swat from Prince. Get it out of here.
He went way upstairs for that rebound. Big rebound.
Blocked out of bounds.
Yeah, Rock did something good there.
Kicks it out. Wow. Al-Brahimi starts to make a statement getting to the cup. Nice two-hand stuff.
Here's Brownlee. Oh, now Brownlee falls it. It's going to lead to an opportunity for the Tall Blacks. And this takes off. There was no doubt about it. Look at this, look at this. Yep, outside the keyway, and he was a good half foot above the rim.
That is unbelievable.
These guys will be legends in their own country, but also in the international basketball world forever.
Galloway leading Australia in scoring with 14 points. And, okay, in the opening game win over Korea, it was his three-point shooting that stood out.
Yeah.
And he's hit a couple of threes today, but he's also really rocked the rim a couple of times.
What a stat line.
Look at this. Wow.
Yeah. Got 3 assists as well to go along with a couple of boards, but 100% from the field. He's perfect for a 4. When you, he's an elite three-point shooter.
Yeah, what his wonder what makes him such a good three-point shooter.
Well, I think that thing I respect is that right now he's not rushing anything. He's just taking what's being given. It's not like he's out there forcing anything. And he's placed the Sydney Kings.
Lebanon, well, no doubt Hyatt was going to get it. Yusuf Hyatt coming off the bench following the injury by El Derwich. 15 points, 5 of 6. He's got a couple of free throws. I think he has their own three-pointer as well.
Yeah, he does. And it's another one is in that Galloway mold that can shoot the 3 and got that athleticism around the rim. So it's, yeah, he's a good talent. Bright future ahead of him. Moves well off the ball. It's a beautiful pass.
He's got some hops, some length. And remember, this is an older Lebanon team. Average age 29.3. I don't think they're quite as old as, was it Korea's the oldest team? But, or no, maybe it's Saudi Arabia. But anyway, he's going to be around a while.
Yeah. Jack McVeigh was a little quiet compared to what he was in game 1. 1 of 6 from the field. All 6 field goal attempts coming from the three-point line.
They just came out strong. I mean, the place was rocking. Everybody's excited for Lebanon. And Australia, for them, it's just kind of another intense environment that they're used to playing in. They come in and they just weren't bothered in the slightest.
Well, they set the tone very early made a statement in Lebanon. We're coming out, we're super aggressive, we're going to be really physical, and we are going to make this an athletic contest. They were just getting up and down, and the ball pressure, a couple of turnovers, and that was the typical deer in the headlights with Lebanon. They were stunned. What are we doing here? And they made some poor decisions on the offensive end. I think when you're playing, you've got this, there's this lopsided nature in the physicality. Lebanon have got to be so cautious about getting into a running game. A couple of times there, they tried to push the tempo. And it's really playing into the hands of Australia. They got to try and be a little bit more selective and just slow it down. Because when you're running like that, what it does, it puts so much pressure on your defensive transition if you miss. Because each and every one of these guys for Australia, they're running in waves. They got 5 guys, gazelles, belting down the floor every single time. Even their bigs run the floor really well. So just need to perhaps be a little more conservative about when you're going to take those early shots.
Was the game, I mean, do you incorporate that into your game plan?
You must. When you've got to make a change because of what you're dealing with. And it goes back to, it's just throughout history. I remember when we had those games against whether it's the United States or back, and I'm going to go back a long way here, playing against Yugoslavia or the old Soviet Union, the old Yugoslavia, where they just had 12 guys that were just bigger, better, and stronger. And if you play their style,
no chance.
You got to try and figure out a way to do something different. Now the extremes with these two teams aren't quite like that, but it's the same principle.
You played, no, when you played, did you play before they brought in the shot clock? And then you were there with the transition?
Well, back when it was always a shot clock, but it was a 30-second shot clock.
Yeah, so it wasn't quite as much of a rush.
My first Olympics in 1984, no three-point line.
Right. Yeah, that's why you're not the all-time leading scorer. But then again, Oscar played when...
No, Oscar's a bazillion miles ahead. There's Oscar, then...
Oscar.
I know, he's one of those ones with Oscar. Oscar Schmidt we're talking about from Brazil. I don't think anyone's ever going to match his scoring at the Olympics because he went to 5 of them.
Yeah.
And these days, it's hard to qualify for the Olympics. You know, and you play less games at the Olympics these days than you did back when Oscar and I were running around. So it's a different set of circumstances, but
your highest scoring Olympics was
I don't even remember. Probably maybe Atlanta, maybe Sydney. It's quite well, but yeah, I can't remember. The lowest one was my first one. 18 years old, running around at the fabulous forum in Los Angeles. No three-point line. Wow. That's how old I am. Only recently, before that, they just took the laces out of the ball.
But that must have been quite an experience.
It was an incredible experience.
I don't think we're going to see Eldarich come back because he's still got like ice on his nose and he's got the ice pack, so
his nose is stuffed with cotton wool.
Must have had a nasty fall.
Looking like you today. No mate.
Jack McVay just told Andrew Gaze he's looking like him today. Can't make any shots. Nice little trash talk with the commentators.
Hey, jump on YouTube, Jack. Check it out. See some highlights.
Scanning that QR code to get the FIBA Asia Cup into your smartphone. Great competition, gives you all the schedule results, stats, video highlights.
Yeah, it's beautiful. If you're a basketball fan, you need to download the app, get up to date, keep up to date. It's a beautiful thing.
Here we go.
Second half underway in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. Australia on top 58-38 against Lebanon, leaving a lot of fans in this arena disappointed because it is a partisan Lebanon crowd. But second half is underway. Amir Sow comes out and hits the first shot for Lebanon. Galloway run off the three-point line, takes the 2, follows it up, able to get the basketball to Cooks. Oh, they're going to travel. Galloway puts up a 3, and Hyatt has the basketball. I don't remember seeing Galloway miss shots.
We did in the first half.
There's Amir Saud getting the ball back. Ali Mansour whips it into Haidar, and he scores. Kind of had Magne sealed.
That was
off the court.
cagey veteran experience. And he just got Magne pinned behind the backboard, used his body as well.
Good start. They got to stop that man. Great job, Galloway. Very impressive at this FIBA Asia Cup. Mansour gets blocked out of bounds, and it goes off of him. Yeah, just great coverage. You got to have a lot of respect for Ali Mansour. He is not the biggest man on the court at 1.85 meters in height, but he is fearless, but he just doesn't get many calls even when there's any contact at all. But that was clean block. Here you go. Foxwell a little long, deep. And call goes Lebanon's way.
It's just relentless what Australia does, even now. They're picking up full court. I like that. Have the big man bring it up. Will Magne doesn't want to chase him up the floor.
Oh boy, telegraphed. Galloway read it all the way. Oh my goodness!
It was
He threw it down.
It was
in anger.
Venom in that dunk. The one-handed one. Probably a little upset he missed a couple of jumpers. Took his frustration out on the rim. Might have hurt his forearm a little bit as well, man. I saw him just having
you
a
don't
look at
want
his...
to look at this. He read the pass.
Good no call.
You can put that one in the dunking contest. Again, hammering it home. Amir Saud coming out and bringing some impetus scoring-wise, taking a shot to the side. He's holding in his midsection or his side, like he's got some problems. And the three-pointer for Jack McVeigh.
Well, he was 1 of 8 before that shot, and he's got a shooter's mentality. Didn't hesitate, good rhythm. Wasn't like he'd lost any confidence. And that's the key to being a good shooter.
Amir Saud holding his left side like he's really hurt.
You have to have the memory of a goldfish if you want to be a great shooter. You can't let him miss.
Yeah.
Oh.
Haidar gets in. Give the assist to Mansour.
Haidar showing it's not all about the athleticism.
Now quickly the other way. Hyatt. Amir Saud. Saud for three. And Lawson couldn't quite get it. Foxwell has it. Foul on Mansour. I mean, are there any other fish that don't have a long memory, or?
Well, anything that doesn't have a long memory.
Has there been a study done on goldfish?
Yeah, there has.
Oh wow.
Yeah, their memory's not great.
There we go. Hickey explodes trying to dunk it. 2 free throws.
That seems like it's going to be part of the DNA with an Adam Cape Horn coach team. It's about that relentless penetration and getting 2 feet in the paint and attacking the rim. Now everyone tries to do that. Everyone tries to do that, but there's just that emphasis that he is putting on it. Well, that's what it seems like in the first game and a half we've seen as his tenure as the head coach.
Is he going to be able to do this against France?
Well, you're just making different decisions. You're doing it in here, you're getting into the paint, and against bigger teams that you might have a greater reliance on the kick out. Of course, you still got to combine that with some half-court sets. It's not like Australia has needed too much of that in their first couple of games here at the Asia Cup.
He missed both shots. And Magne with the foul. Foul on Ali Haidar.
Well, if you're out trying to find a glitch in this particular version of the Australian team, it's the free throws, 16 to 24. It's not terrible, but it's below what they should expect.
Boston missing. White brings it down with two hands.
Matheson.
Magne turns into Ali Haidar.
Wow.
And it goes off of him. It's going to stay at this end.
And I think they pointed that way because they might have felt like they may have missed a foul. So,
I mean, Magne's reaction suggested that was the case, but I don't know. It's a little physical. Rain Smith is checked in, so you better get ready for some threes if you're Lebanon. Entry pass, that was definitely a push on Haidar. Will had a tryout in the NBA, didn't he?
Yeah, he has. He's played in the NBA, but more recently in the summer league that's just gone by, he played with Memphis, and the Jack Jumpers, who he plays for, they are relieved that it didn't work out. And he's back with the Jack Jumpers. Missed a lot of last season with injuries. He's had some injury problems, but he looks healthy.
Must be nice living in Tasmania. Tassie.
Yeah, it's a beautiful part of the world. High quality program. Only been around, what is it now, won a championship the year before last.
That's right. That's why they were at the FIBA Intercontinental Cup. All right, brings it across. 21-point lead for Australia. Ali Mansour hands it off to Haidar. Lawson keeps it alive, and White comes down with the basketball. Rain Smith for three. Didn't take him long, did it?
No. Oh.
That's his fourth three. Hickey. Great catch by White. And gets it up.
Exceptional catch. That is just, it doesn't look spectacular, but that was some athleticism by Jack White to reel that pass in and still make the shot.
They've stretched the lead to 26 too. Yeah, great hands by Jack White. Ali Haidar going up against Wessels. Here's White leading the break, and now Rain Smith laying it up, and 7-0 run.
Haidar looks tired. He didn't even get out of the keyway down the other end.
Timeout on the court. All one-way traffic right now for the Boomers. The green and gold. Looking to go 2-0. With 14.5 minutes left, they are in command.
After that, let's go to try. We said this guy don't defend pick and roll. I mean, balls come down, go five. It's no pick and roll here. Why you don't do that? It's important, no points. What fucking is this? I'm on a course now, early. Play course, very change, I'm on course from down on course.
Fight on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Look at White, that was the catch.
Yeah.
And then he was able to go up and make the shot. And he made it look pretty easy. No. Sort of lost his footing. Was able to get it back. It should be.
Oh, he conned him.
Oh, they're saying it's.
Dash Daniels, I think conned him. It did look like Hyatt reached out to grab it, but it certainly got deflected. And I think he conned the ref.
Just ran the other way. Hickey at the elbow. And they're going to call a block on Hickey. Some mock applause from the, or ironic applause from the crowd.
Ooh, that was close.
Yep. Well, disappointed Lebanese fans. They had high hopes of this being a little bit closer. And they competed well from the second quarter to early in the third, but then that last run, which led to the Lebanese timeout by Australia, has kind of taken some of the air out of the balloon in this arena. And
Yeah,
some long looks on the faces.
And this Lebanon team, you think of some of the players that aren't here. We've already spoken about, well, Arakji, who's a star, but even during the qualifiers, they had some good performances from Amari Spellman.
Yep.
Australians would be familiar with Tia Majuk. He's part of their team as well. So there's some talent that hasn't made its way to this tournament here.
Jamal El-Din. Still no El Darwich. Maybe they're just saving him. They want to check him out before he plays again after getting hit in the face or falling. Ali Mansour checks out. 4 fouls. Jack White. Rain Smith. Another rebound, Daniels. Jack White, third bite at the cherry, still doesn't go. Rain Smith elects not to shoot it. Hickey called for the foul.
Well, early on, we mentioned that Lebanon were doing a good job on the boards. Well, that's dried up. Australia now leading that category 38-27, but the big issue is 13 offensive rebounds
Well, talk about Connor the ref. I think Zaynoun just did. Got that foul called on Hickey. When you're down by this margin, you got to do whatever you can to get the ball back. Oh, Jamal El-Din not able to make it, but he'll go to the line.
Yeah, if you're Lebanon, it's about the little wins you can have now. It's a huge margin, but they got to think of the bigger picture, what lies ahead, and using this experience against the Australian team to just try and maybe work on a few things that it's coming up next. Because, you know, that their next game against Korea.
It'll be it's
Qatar?
Yeah, Korea. Sorry,
Korea. Yeah.
And Korea, the way they played today, that's going to be a tough game.
That's what I'm saying. And so they got to finish in the top 3 in a pool of 4. Australia will go straight through to the quarters.
3-point shot from Ali Haidar. Three-pointers have been in short supply tonight. And Rain Smith, he hasn't missed much tonight. 18 points. Kareem Zaynoun. Hyatt with the rebound. Puts it up. Nice. He looks, didn't see anybody that was available, decided to take it and make it. 17 points for him. Oh, Wessels, nice catch and turn. Jamal El-Din. Jamal El-Din rallied. .26 to go in the third. Dash. Zach White gets it. Now chance to go quickly for Lebanon. A rare break. And Hyatt goes in and is fouled. Excellent push.
Will Hickey screaming for a review. I think he might have got a piece of the arm.
I mean, I think he got it clean, but it's a reach. And you're up 24, so it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wessels has gone down the kind of the exit tunnel for some reason. Maybe because he wants to stand up, doesn't want to sit down.
Yeah, it could be any number of reasons. It could be that just wants to maybe let off some steam. Aaron Baines apparently was like that. He just come out and just need to calm himself, go in there, maybe talk to himself and get yourself composed rather than being around your teammates.
Looks like a different man coming back to the bench. Bannon, nice soft touch.
Good find by Henschel as well.
Haidar loses it out of bounds.
Just held onto it too long. And the skip pass, Hyatt was wide open on the other wing. Wasn't able to see him.
Cooks back in the game. Whips it out to Henshaw. Rare turnover for Australia. Zaynoun has it taken away though by, nope, he's going to be fouled by Cooks.
Yeah, that's a foul. Not sure what the booing was all about.
Nah, Cooks checked on Zainoun to make sure he was okay. Yeah. .259 McVeigh and Smith coming back in. Zainoun makes both. 22-point game with 15.4 seconds remaining in the quarter. Shaw and Daniels go out. Cooks. Oh, wow. Man, that was a nice shot.
Perfect timing as well.
That's just, you can't stop that unless you're just a great shot blocker. 84-60. Australia lead with 10 minutes remaining.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next on the floor.
Yeah, it's been a tough night at the office, but you know, I give Lebanon a lot of credit. They're hanging around. There's been a decent margin, and this really had the makings of a big blowout. But even in that quarter alone, they only lost the quarter by 4, 26-22. So they're showing some fight and some spirit, which we love to see. And then that helps when you've got 4,000 or 5,000 of your fans screaming for you. And it's Galloway with the thunderous dunk. And the reason why they've been able to sort of hold on is they're shooting it a whole lot better. Up to 50%, but they're able to knock down a couple of threes overall. Their three-point shooting is down, but in the last 2 quarters, there's been some green shoots, as they say, about where things could come from.
Yep.
And they can be cultivated to turn into something very lush.
And suddenly we're having the horticultural hour with Andrew Gase. I like it. Shoots of progress. The green shoots of progress.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, regardless.
One of those green shoots is Hyatt. He is, I can't be more impressed with what he can bring to the table.
Well, you can see Hyatt highlights and everything else if you go to Courtside 1891. Live stream. Everything else about international basketball. We got some big tournaments coming up this summer. FIBA Eurobasket 2022, or 25, excuse me. Living in the past.
That FIBA Eurobasket, if you're into your hoops, man, that is some of the best basketball you'll ever want to see.
Pass. Hyatt. Got it. That was a nice game.
22 points.
Bannon spins. Back outside. McVeigh. Look at those Australians crash the boards. Wow.
Well, that was attempt number 31 from the three-point line. I don't know what the record is in the FIBA Asia Cup, but this would be starting to get close. Half their shots now, so they have started to get a bit more into the paint. 62 shots, 31 coming from the 31 coming from the three-point line. 18 of 27 now from the free throw line.
66%. Well, it was tough free throw shooting, hard luck free throw shooting by Australia that allowed Lebanon to really take them to the wire in the final of the last FIBA Asia Cup. Jamel Adine able to fend off Bannon. Hyatt, not this time. And Hyatt saw the pass coming. Jamel Adine takes a tough shot. Oh, knocks it off the rim. Great play. Jokshan. Oh, look at Jamel Adine take it away from Cooks. Lawson with the catch. And fouled from behind by Galloway.
One thing Australia has done is that they've spread their minutes right throughout, all 12 players seeing a decent chunk of time. Ben Henschel, in fact, is seen the least, and he's played 5.5 minutes. And that constant stuffing and that rotations, it is hard to, sometimes you get those connections with players. It's harder to develop that when you're coming in and out all the time, and a whole bunch of different combinations we've seen on the floor, with everyone getting some time.
I guess that's the main thing. He wants them to play. They've come all this way, and
well, they're all capable of playing.
Yeah, absolutely. Also fouled by Bannon. Oh, it's a round and out. Jokshan hasn't scored tonight for Lebanon. He was a big-time scorer for them at the last FIBA Asia Cup. Hyatt. Foxwell, that was short. Lots of offensive rebounds for the Boomers.
16, in fact.
McVeigh, he misses. Make it 17 offensive rebounds. White misses. What was that? Just saw a green and gold fan there.
Yeah.
They are here. Just got to find them. Good job to the cameraman. Timeout. 7:18 remaining in the game.
Well, the three-point shooting, remember earlier on I said they were 5 of 7. Well, since then, they're now 10 of 14. So 5 of 27 in the next.
So it changes. 10 of 34 for Australia. 3 of 18.
Such big numbers. I had to quickly try and add the math up. But that is poor after a blistering first 3 minutes. They've actually been poor from the three-point line.
It usually goes like that, doesn't it? I mean, usually you cool off.
Yeah, well, they didn't the other night where they shot it at 51%. Now, different set of circumstances, different game. Of course, playing against Korea. They don't have the same size as Lebanon.
Korea got up huge today and then had to hold on at the end to beat Qatar. That was quite a game.
And what about that surprise, Japan dropping one?
To me, wasn't much of a surprise, to be honest. I mean, they're Iran. Somebody made a great point their coach has taught them how to play defense. Those great Iranian teams,
Yeah.
Hamed.
Yeah.
But this team plays D. There's a foul. I mean, yeah, you look at the rankings. I mean, Kawamura, Hachimura, Watanabe, they're not here. It is a solid program with Japan. I guess it really depends how you look at it.
They still have some good players here.
They do. They do. Yeah, I mean,
Baba?
Yeah,
Uday Baba?
Uday Baba is here. Well, don't get me wrong. I mean, they're capable. Yuki Tagashi, the veteran. Got some good young players. Hawkinson. Tominaga had a great game today.
Fouled out in the last couple of minutes. But
yeah, Japan. I think if they're at full strength, they'll be a tough match, and maybe they'll recover. But they'll be in the qualification for the quarterfinals, which is where Lebanon's going to be, unless they stage a miracle recovery. Turkchan with the block. Nice acceleration, nice bucket. Well, look at this,
yeah.
84-68, and maybe they will recover.
You got to respect the spirit in which they've played. Dug themselves a huge hole, but they have never quit and always continued to fight.
Love that. I love Hyatt just exploding out on the fast break, and then finding his speedster Zainoun for the layup.
It's got the Lebanon fans up and about. Love it. It's the atmosphere that these fans and the passion, the way they get behind their team. There you see the numbers. 10 of 34. Neither team's really, in fact, Lebanon have been just as, well, they've been atrocious from the three-point line. 3 of 18.
You know, they get hot from three-point range. It's possible. Is this we're not really hearing K-Point here, so we don't know what he's saying, but he's probably just saying, listen, guys, he's trying to take the steam out of the comeback, first of all, by calling a timeout.
Yeah, I think he'd also like to tidy up some of the work on the offensive end. They've been very loose with some of their three-point field goal attempts, where they haven't had that ruthlessness about it. Kind of casual. This one's over. Well, it ain't over. Still enough time. Nice 16-point lead, but stranger things have happened.
Oh, blocked at the rim. Jamaluddin coming back. Hyatt, he's got the hot hand. Hyatt, oh, nice handling. Oh, good hands by Zainoun.
McVeigh comes back in for Galloway. And Lebanon have done a terrific job in the second half with their defense. Looked real soft in that first quarter, but since then it's pretty much been an even contest.
Yeah, it's fascinating how some teams are not ready when the game starts. Australia were, and that's why they're still on top. 84-68. Look at this, the defense almost. The ball goes to Rain Smith. Did he get it off in time? Doesn't matter, Judson has it. Jamaluddin.
Australia had that 17-point lead at the end of the first quarter. Since then, it's in the balance.
It is. Maybe draw some encouragement from that, no matter what happens. Zainoun, that looks good. It is! Something crazy's happening. Lebanon. Magne just puts paid to the comeback. It goes back to 15. Jokshan, little fadeaway, nope, gets it to Jamaluddin.
Oh,
gets it to his teammate Hadidat, and he has nowhere to go. Oh, 0.3 seconds left.
It's going to be Australia's ball. Smith checks out for Australia. Foxwell back in. Hopefully, you're hoping just to get a bit more control with Foxwell running the point.
I'm just glad we're seeing a little bit more of the real Lebanon here for the final quarter, battling away. This national team has a lot of pride. They just didn't get it together at the start of the game. It's just difficult to climb out of a huge hole against a team like Australia.
Yeah, that's right. And you know, there's still a couple of ticks under 5 minutes to go. Stranger things have happened.
Yeah.
I think it's unlikely, but
we're in winning time right now.
Yeah, stay tuned, because this Lebanon team has shown that they still believe.
Yep.
Sometimes you can just see it in the body language. It still gets to reasonable numbers, but there's just not that belief.
Well, this three-pointer really made them believe, but Australia reacted quickly with this. Magne, I'm not having it. So the lead is 15. Lebanon love to force a turnover if they could. Here's Hickey. Oh, look at Hickey taking all the way. Wow. Misses. Well, that works for Lebanon. Oh, it was so fast. And Hadidian has it taken away by Cooks, but then great hands by Mazir, and then he's able to throw it off of Magne.
What a heads-up play. Mazir just knew he was going to go out of bounds, and Magne just happened to be there, throws it into his legs. Back-to-back turnovers for Australia. Their desire to play so quick has brought about some untimely turnovers.
Good, strong play. Hadea gets it to go! It's a 13-point deficit. Still some work to be done for the green and gold. Zainoun going for the steal there. Foxwell. And, oh, the offensive rebounds for Australia, and they still can't get it to go. And finally, nope.
Oh, foul call. Lucky break for Australia.
Wow.
Jamaluddin has been called for the foul. Clearly come off Hickey.
So a new 14 is almost impossible to get the basketball sometimes when Australia misses.
Yeah.
Just must have had about 5 offensive rebounds.
Australia go with a small lineup now.
Al-Mazir chasing Foxwell, and Cooks goes up and scores. Back to a 15-point lead for the Boomers. Zainoun missing. Good job, Jamaluddin. Jokshan for 3. 3 minutes remaining. Boomers, if they score here, they're probably going to weather the storm.
They're being tested. And all these teams are learning a lot about themselves. And is that Foxwell?
Yeah, just landed on his elbow. His coach, Jeff Kane, will be slightly worried about that. He came clattering down on the hardwood at Southeast Melbourne. Okay, I think he's going to be all right.
Just shake it off. But no, you're always trying to look for positives, and both of these teams can go away and find some positives out of this. And the fact that Lebanon has tested them would help Adam Capon and his coaching staff learn a little bit more about their team and how they respond to momentum swings in the game, and also help with him making decisions about his rotations. Because from Australia's perspective, they only had a handful of practice sessions, might have trained 4 or 5 times before they entered this competition.
Here's McVeigh, 2:45 remaining. Galloway, they don't allow him to shoot the 3. Jack White, he gets it up, in and out. And finally, Lebanon able to get the basketball. Jamal Al-Din slips. And possession arrow, Australia. Well, unfortunate. Al Mansour comes back in with the 4 fouls. Good effort by Jamal Al-Din. Hearing some good words from his coach, no doubt. Seen a few players slip today.
Yeah, it has. Not just in this game. There's beautiful conditions inside the venue. Ridiculously hot outside.
3-pointer, got it. McVeigh.
Well, he's got the clutch gene. There's no doubt about that. A couple of seasons ago, what we saw in that final series against Melbourne United. Big shots.
Zaynoun fouled by Foxwell. Dean Vickerman over there barking. I think it's Zaynoun, or maybe he's barking out some orders to the Australian defense. Vickerman probably still would like to play. Here's Zaynoun. Mansour, little putback. Jack White from the corner. Cooks, his length is incredible, just keeps all those balls alive, but Lebanon get it. Nice pass, Jokshan. Oh.
Just hasn't seemed his usual self, Jokshan.
Not at all.
He's normally a high-impact player.
Dash comes back. Jokshan gets blocked by Cooks. Bannon coming back in for Cooks. Cooks has been outstanding.
He hasn't shot it as well as what he would normally have liked, but it's the little plays, the boards.
Yeah. Nice play, Hydidian.
And Capon calls a timeout.
Back to 14 points to deficit.
And you might be thinking, well, why'd you be calling a timeout here? You got a 14-point lead, 1 minute and 13 seconds remaining. Well, it's about preparation. I wouldn't be surprised if he advances the ball here, and then he goes through a set that he might want to use, and he's using this as practice in order to get ready for what may lie ahead with really limited practice time together as a group. These moments are important as part of putting your systems in place. Have a look at that. Let's score. Points in the quarter. Gee whiz. Superb effort by Lebanon to continue to fight the fight.
Great crowd, great passion. It's great that they could make the journey here to support their national team.
In droves too. Well, it's about 1,700K from Lebanon. Is that about right?
Have you done the Google?
I did a while ago, just going off of memory. So
they must have taken flights.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's
unless they cycle.
Commitment. I mean, there's good 3,000 or 4,000 here. Lebanon fans.
Hickey to Foxwell from the baseline. And Hickey gets it back. Traveling on Hickey. 42.5 seconds. Now they pass it around. Oh, Gideon sends the young Daniels down.
Yeah, a lot of switching going on with the Australian team, and you see Daniels getting caught on Hadidian, and oh, that left elbow came a little high. Just getting some feedback from the officials. They're going to review it. Adam Caporn's asked for a review. And I think he might have taken a quick look up at the jumbo screen and saw that Hadidian's left elbow certainly was raised. Now, I don't know, you can't in FIBA rules review a foul. But maybe
you can review it to upgrade it.
Well, you're reviewing a date, but he didn't get the call.
No,
so,
but you're reviewing for violent action.
There you go.
Yeah.
Maybe not the correct terminology, but we.
This is the head coach challenge. We are going to review if the contact meets the criteria of act of violence.
There you go. Close.
Go to the main one.
Oh.
Okay. Go back, please. Okay.
Could be in trouble. Oh.
Okay, I can see like first there's a foul.
Okay.
Okay, and then
talk to me.
Can you have a different view? Because
can we have different one? Yeah.
Maybe. Okay.
Okay. Can we go?
Okay.
Okay.
No.
So what did you see?
Well, on my view, what I see is like it's a normal basketball move. He did like really, you know, it's like he's trying to swing the ball upward.
Yeah.
So I think this is a normal basketball. So no excessive contact.
Yeah.
So I don't think it meets the criteria for the act of violence.
I agree with you. I didn't see anything like excessive.
Yeah.
And the elbow was with the limit.
Yeah.
So we are going with no act of violence upgrade, okay?
And now we go for the 2 free throws to number 34.
Okay, confirm.
Okay.
After the review, the contact did not meet the criteria of any sportsmanlike foul or act of violence. Thank you.
Well, that's how they see it. Pretty sure it's a good thing that
Nothing. We don't have act of
maybe
violence.
the Australian coaches weren't watching the video and listening to it.
I think it was worth a look.
Yeah, I think so.
I think Hadidian He did raise the elbow. It was probably just a size difference in the two that might have made it look a little.
I mean, in fairness to Daniels, he showed quite a bit of toughness there. I mean, I would have been like gasping, like holding my neck, like somebody help me. And he's showed some toughness. He just bounced up.
I really like the review system, and I don't have the answer.
You just wish you could speed it up.
But this has taken way too long.
An eternity with 30 seconds left in the game.
Way too long.
Thank you, Adam Caporn, for challenging. No, just kidding. It's okay. He just wants to get it right. Okay, so at the end of the day, if Australia win this one, they'd get the head-to-head. They still have the, they have the head-to-head over Korea and Lebanon.
Coming up is their game against Qatar.
Yeah. So they could finish 2-1. I guess you could have
a three-way tie.
Yeah, 2-1 teams. No, you couldn't.
Well,
Qatar
you could.
would be 1-2. If they would have to beat Australia. Yeah, that's right. No. Then you would have. Let's think about this. It's late in the day. Either Korea or Lebanon's going to win. So one of them will be 2-1. The other will be 1-2. So I'm just trying to think in terms of goal difference and everything else.
Yeah,
I think it was on principle that he challenged more than anything.
That's true, and I think the reality of it is Australia would be supremely confident in what they're going up against with Qatar. Yeah. Given Lebanon got the win, it was a close one, but they got the win.
Nice spin for Dash. Fourth foul. No free throws.
Well, when it was 31-14 at quarter time, I did not expect the margin to be whittled away to this at the end of the game.
Yeah, they've shown some character coming back like this. But on the other hand, they have to because their fans are here. They gotta play for them. And Henshaw goes in for the layup. Ali Mazir. Brings in and gets up a three. Turns into an alley-oop. Ali Mazir. And ooh, that was a good try by Hickey. Well, I thought it was going to be an absolute devastating blowout, but in the end, Lebanon fought back hard and made it interesting, but Australia win it 93-80.
Yeah, they'll go back and look at the film and try and figure out how to get better, both these teams. But Lebanon lost, but they haven't lost the spirit of the fans and the respect of the fans and the way in which they fought this one out. They competed down on numbers, injury very early on into the contest, and they lost an important player in Sergio Darvish.
El Darvish, yep.
So they had some handicaps, but they really showed a lot of character.
And maybe if they meet later in the tournament, we'll have Wael Arakchi if he makes it back.
And good on Lebanon showing some respect to their fans despite the loss.
Good.
Love it.
Good game for Hyatt, especially for great hustle by Mansour. Jamaluddin, Amir Saud coming off the bench. Zainoun, they played hard.
Yeah. Jalen Galloway with the TCL Player of the Game.
Richly deserved. Played well 2 days ago. Now he's played well today. And also he'll get to put that into like a black little kit.
The case that comes with looks impressive as well as the trophy.
It makes it look like a doctor. Like he's got the doctor, like the stethoscope is in there or something.
Or a plumber.
For the thing that you hit with your knee. Look at the shooting though. The 422 from deep for Lebanon, that just didn't help him at all. Maybe it's an electrical kit.
Yeah.
We can ask him what's in there other than that, but
you talk about the 4 for 22. What about the 18%? Obviously in Australia a little bit better, but they threw it up 39 times, 11 to 39, 28%.
Saw the percentages. You saw that Hyatt was the leading scorer of the game.
Yeah, Hyatt was one for me. He's a player, and he can do it in so many different ways. Knock down the 3-ball, great athleticism. And as he continues to learn about the game, learn his craft, he's only going to get better.
Yeah, very exciting. But exciting to see the Australians. You know, if you're a fan of these Australian players down under, like Rain Smith, for example, the way that he came in. If you like Cairns, hey, you've got a nice little nice player coming to town.
Yeah, with a really bright future. A combination of him and Jack McVeigh.
He and Jack McVeigh
get the started the connection already.
As they say, Cairns Taipans may have won the offseason with those two signings.
Well, Adelaide 36ers may just have that, just pipped them at the post, but still, they put together a great team and looking forward to it.
Cooks, 9 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Galloway, Rain Smith, and McVeigh all finished in double figures. Yeah, our colleague Pero, his son signed for Adelaide, didn't he?
He did.
So look, 2-0 for Australia up at the top. I'd say they're going to finish first and go straight to the quarterfinals. They've got another game against Qatar. And you got Lebanon and Korea following at 1-1. Final score of this game, one last time, 93-80. Australia win it over Lebanon. Next up, Syria and Guam.